Did you notice what our boy MJF did again this time?
What he did again this time? What do you mean? No.
Yes. He got in and got out before he got any on him.
Yeah, usually, I mean, a few times he's been in the opening match. He got, what, the second match here for the main
Yes,
show.
well, because he knew that at least nothing was going to register out of the four-way, but, that got him in their seats and everything, but he doesn't go on eighth after everybody's taking chainsaws to people because he is he's the star of the show in the ring. I'm not talking about how he's being used. And he's the only one that really works differently than everybody else and kind of gets you up because he makes you think about what you're looking at. So he goes in early before the Indie-rific bunch kills the crowd by, breaking up enough furniture to have a bonfire. And then the problem is he's wrestling Roddy, but as we've now come to find out, even as badly as Roderick Strong has been maliciously booked since he's been there, because Adam Cole just fell apart, the people like Roddy better now than they like Adam. And Roddy can outperform him.
And they don't like Roddy.
And they don't really like Roddy, but they got into this because MJF... everybody else is out there trying to hit a couple notes on a goddamn, piano. But MJF is in the back playing a cello or a violin where he hits the subtle notes. And he knows how to get the most out of shit without killing himself. Because he knows how to work. And Roddy obviously can't match him in a cunning linguist category for the promos, but Roddy can work seriously and lay shit in and is physical and a blah, blah, blah. He just needs a direction of where he's supposed to be, what he's supposed to be doing when he's being booked somehow, which this has just all been nonsense. But nevertheless, I think I said beforehand I was probably going to like this match just as a match better than anything else, and pretty much did. It may have, again, did they need the last 4 or 5 minutes? Or I don't mean the last 4 or 5 minutes, take that out. I mean, just shorten it up where they got to the meat of the matter and got to finish in 4 or 5 less minutes. But again, MJF is the only different guy with the attitude, the facials, the tactics. He sells like a heel and his offense works like a heel. And the match made sense in terms of, again, nobody kicked out of that I saw of a tombstone pile driver onto the, landmine left there in World War II. And Roddy at some points, he's laying his shit in. MJF, his shit looks good and he doesn't spam it, as the kids say. And then finally, the only thing I didn't understand was the finish, and I will illustrate it, Brian, and you tell me what I missed. Roddy's making his comeback, blah, blah, blah. He's hit a couple of big moves. He's hit the big kick. And MJF, boom, took a bump on the one move, bump on the other move, bump on the kick, and then Roddy goes for a suplex, and MJF just picked him up and brainbusted him. After he'd been hit with these 3 fucking things. And then when they both sold the brainbuster, then Roddy's the one that rolled over and got his arm over the top of him, got a 2 count. And he's the one that just got brainbusted. And then as he put the arm on him and got the 2 count, MJF grabbed Roddy's arm and rolled over and got the arm bar and made him tap right there. So what was I missing about the continuity of that sequence of events?
I'm not sure. It really came out of nowhere. I know MJF's won matches like out of nowhere in the past with like a nut shot or something, but this was pretty quick and it just happened. And it was different than the other matches on the show that just went nonstop, finish after finish, but it seemed rather abrupt.
They were building something there, but I'm not saying that it's not a good finish. That if Roddy had him covered with one arm for him to kick out and get the arm, I'm saying that MJF is the one that just brainbustered Roddy after MJF had been hit with 3 big things, and then Roddy's the one that rolled over and covered. So something happened there. Anyway, then MJF, of course, because he's just made the guy tap out, he wants to break his arm. So he goes and gets a chair and he puts Roddy's hand in the chair and he stomps it. And then Adam Cole's music plays, but here comes Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Matt Taven, and Mike Bennett. And they hit the ring, so MJF runs off through the crowd. And I was wondering why, because O'Reilly already told everybody that MJF was just going to kill them. He said, no, don't fuck with him. He's going to kick the shit out of all of us. But he took off. And then Kyle O'Reilly is pissed off and he shoves Adam Cole down on his ass. And it's your fault. I told you this was going to happen. He's going to hurt this guy. He's going to fuck all of us up. Is this a revolutionary new strategy to get a heel over by having the babyfaces fight amongst themselves about quit fucking with this guy?
Or is this a revolutionary way to end the MJF Adam Cole feud? It just ends because the other guy's mad that it's happening.
But I mean, what is is Kyle going to join with MJF because these numbnutses over here won't listen to him, and then we're going to have tag team matches? Playa? But with who? With Cole and pick one of these other fucking sorry losers.
MJF has to be unglued from all of this. Quickly.
I think somebody's sniffing the glue.
And by the way, I'll say, because I noticed it with MJF, although that's part of his gimmick, I think, because it's been going on from the beginning. But Roddy, Adam Cole, everyone on this show, appreciate everything. Who does the spray tans for AEW? Because they probably need to be fired. Everyone's orange or yellow.
I know the Simpsons character look, and make the fucking guys pull their knee pads down. It may happen in the match. Oh, but anyway, I'm just. Can you imagine Dusty Rhodes be telling Nikita Koloff and Barry Windham and the Road Warriors, hey, let's not fuck with that fucking Flair. He's going to kick his shit out of all of us.